Welcome back. Right now, we're getting a better idea of the vision for the Timberwolves and Lynx, including a new arena and potential championship. New owners Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lori spoke one-on-one with our Jennifer Hoff.
Today, we're excited to introduce new controlling owners of the Timberwolves and Lynx, co-chairman Mark Lori and Alex Rodriguez.
In a highly anticipated appearance, Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lori making their first public debut as the new owners of the Timberwolves and Lynx, a multi-year process the two say marks a clean slate.
This is a dream come true. So excited to have this opportunity.
Rodriguez, a baseball star, and Lori, a businessman committed to bringing home a championship despite a long Minnesota sports history of heartbreak and close calls.
The minute that you know and you visualize where you want to take the organization from a vision point of view, and then you work backwards, and then you put all the implements, whether it's talent, culture, resources we have to invest, whether there's a new arena, you have to put the big dream out there, the North Star, and then work towards it.
The two saying they're willing to spend what it takes to build the Wolves roster, a young one now with some gaps to fill, but also includes consistent superstars like shooting guard Anthony Edwards, surprising today's crowd. Part of what the two call a bold and exciting era, as the team is having its most successful stretch yet.
When you talk about this new era, how would you get people to be even more interested in what's ahead and what can they look forward to?
People are starting to fall in love with their team because they're getting to know them. The more they know them, the more they want to fall in love.
We're really excited. It's going to be fun. That's really the key word for someone who's getting into the NBA, into basketball, is that, come out to a game and this will be a great day and a great experience.
You can expect the team to stay put in Minnesota, but a new arena is on the table. The Target Center, now the second oldest in the NBA, but with a lease that doesn't expire for another 10 years.
They deserve a better experience. And all we are, they're really the stakeholders, the community and the fan base. We're stewards of the franchise, but we're representing the fan base, and everything we do, we think about how is our fan base going to react to this.
The two, loyal to creating a long-standing relationship, confident in the future of two teams. For now.
The Twins are for sale too.
We're good. We're very busy. We go narrow and deep with these two teams.
Two teams is enough.
Yeah.
Volunteers are trying to raise funds for the restoration of the Burger Fountain in Loring Park, also known as the Dandelion Fountain. It has not bloomed since 2018. As of today, rust covers its surface. The park board says they don't have the money right now in their budget for the fountain's upkeep because it was originally a donation.
We really do not have, as a park board, line items in our budget for maintenance of these items, which we are trying to change.
Volunteers say it will take $2.6 million to repair the flower. They are about halfway there. Scammers are getting a bit more aggressive these days. First, they were impersonating the Department of Transportation with text about Easy Pass. Then they started posing as local government leaders. Gordon Severson's been tracking these scammers, and today he talks to a cybercrime expert who reveals the scripts that they are using to try and steal your money.
I'm here at the Brooklyn Park Police Department with Sergeant Jake Tuzinski, who is one of our area's experts on scams and cybercrimes. He came across the script that these scammers are using to try to trick people into sending money, and he has graciously agreed to show us one of these scripts so we can learn something from it. Tell us a little bit about this script here.
But we can see it's 4 pages long. They're introducing themselves as some kind of ranking police official, in this case a lieutenant.
This is one of the most common scams they're seeing right now, where scammers impersonate a real-life officer or deputy in a person's community. And Tuzinski says sometimes the scammers even look through court records so they can target specific victims who actually have court dates on the calendar.
They continue to prime the victim to believe that they are law enforcement by now introducing a judge's name.
The scammers then explain how the victim missed a court date or they didn't file the right paperwork and they have to pay a fine or they'll be arrested.
And then they start talking about a gag order.
Citing what's usually a court mandate, the scammers say the victim can't tell anyone about this conversation or they could get into even more trouble. Tuzinski says this is a major red flag as the scammer tries to isolate the victim and start asking for money.
And you can see it in the script there. It's instructing them no credit cards, debit cards, cashier checks.
They want these things too that they know aren't going to be clawed back.
Tuzinski says scammers will often request payment through gift cards or cryptocurrency, which he says doesn't make sense and should be another red flag. But he says they are convincing, like one example where they argue that the dot in Green Dot gift cards stands for the Department of Treasury.
Not true.
The script even tells scammers what to do if a bank teller, friend, or family member tries to intervene.
Really coaching these scammers to understand our criminal justice system and to really understand how to play on people's emotions.
This tells me that this has been a long-standing practice of trial and error, what has worked, what doesn't work. We know it works because I see here in my own city the number lost of just dollars.
Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.